Holly Madison reveals what she hated about bedroom life at the Playboy Mansion. Holly Madison has always been an open book when it comes to her time at the Playboy Mansion, but a recent conversation on the In Your Dreams podcast pulled back the curtain even further on her intimate life with Hugh Hefner. Now 45, the former Playboy model didn't hold back when asked about her bedroom experiences while living with Hefner. "Well, it's a very different story between when we were just, by ourselves than with everybody else in the room," she began, clearly reflecting on a side of the Playboy Mansion that wasn't all glamorous. When pressed on whether Hefner was good in bed, her answer was blunt. "Everybody else in the room, no. That was disgusting. I hated it. I made it very known I hated it. Ouch." It seems that what might have looked like a picture-perfect lifestyle from the outside didn't quite match the reality inside. But when it was just the two of them, "If it was just me and him, it was a lot more normal than you would think," she admitted, a stark contrast to the public perception of their relationship. Of course, the podcast host Owen Tila couldn't help but laugh, throwing in his surprise. "Nobody does," Madison replied with a chuckle, acknowledging the bizarre narrative people often assume about her life. "It's easy to imagine how odd it must have felt being in the center of so much attention while trying to have a genuine, private moment. After all, it wasn't just the media or fans watching, there were often other people in the room as well. That kind of pressure is unimaginable for most, but Madison's candidness about the situation paints a clearer picture of the complexities of life inside the mansion. A bitter goodbye, and a $3 million bribe. Madison's exit from the Playboy Mansion in 2008 wasn't just about leaving behind a high-profile lifestyle, it also involved an emotional farewell to Hugh Hefner. In fact, she shared that before leaving, Hefner had tried to keep her around by offering her a rather large sum. "I was put in the will at one point," she revealed, admitting that Hefner had left her $3 million. "But when I broke up with him, I was packing my stuff. And then one day, there was a folder set out on my side of the bed because he knows I'm going to look at it." According to Madison, the folder contained details of Hefner's will, revealing his intentions to leave her a hefty inheritance. It seemed like a last-ditch effort to make her stay, but Madison described it as both a low-key bribe and sad, recognizing the emotional complexity of the moment. She explained how she had already made the decision to leave and how the gesture, while generous, came at the wrong time. "It's kind of sad because he can't, sit me down and talk to me about it," she added, reflecting on the emotional toll of the relationship. Eventually, Madison walked away, but later earned the $3 million on her own. A cautionary tale for Hollywood dreamers. Looking back on her experiences, Madison has some sage advice for young hopefuls seeking fame and fortune in Hollywood. "I remember being 18 and 19 and thinking I was such a badass and that I could just take on the world," she recalled. "But it's really not like that. Doing things like that carries a lot of emotional weight." For anyone hoping to break into the entertainment industry, Madison stresses the importance of being aware of the darker side of fame. "I think looking into people's stories who are honest about all the sides of the industry is a really good thing to do," she advised, acknowledging that Hollywood is not always what it seems. Look at some of the cautionary tales before you just dive in. From playmate to crime investigator. These days, Madison is using her past experiences to shed light on other dark corners of the entertainment world. She's now involved in the third season of the Playboy Murders on Investigation Discovery, a true crime series that delves into the high-profile tragedies linked to the Playboy brand. While her own story was often one of excess and glamour, Madison is now helping to unravel the tragic and darker narratives that surrounded the iconic magazine. Madison's journey from Playboy model to crime investigator is a testament to her ability to evolve and learn from her past. She's taken the emotional weight of her experiences and turned it into something much more meaningful, offering insight into a world that few truly understand. Her story is one of survival, self-discovery, and, ultimately, empowerment. And as she continues to explore the hidden stories behind Playboy, it's clear that Holly Madison has come a long way from the mansion.